Here's something I picked up in my haul was a potpourri of interesting items, and this one was spectacular. The large box, because it's quite delicate, it's a glass block, and it's something where you're supposed to force a card or something. Let me just show you what it's actually saying. Inside it's been engraved using 3 lasers coming together. Now, what have we got there? We've got the Queen of Clubs. Beautiful. And yet, when you turn the thing 90 degrees, just 90 degrees, it turns into, magically, another value. The Ace of Hearts. What a beauty that is. And if I turn it round, you get the suit and the initial changing places, but apart from that, it still goes back to it. And one more turn to finish it. Very, very fine bit of glass work, that's lasers illuminating and painting the inside, or carving the inside up, and used as a prop to force a metal card on your audience. And another trick, which again I've never learnt to do, this is the old Logic spec case we've had on the website, and I've had in my collection for years and years. And you start off by showing it as a little eye test, where you have to stand back about a few yards and say what's on the test piece there. And then you open this box and show it's empty and lay it down. You have a pack of cards and you force on them a particular card. And then you casually close up, but of course you're closing it up the other way. And you say, and the card you picked and have in your pocket was the 5 of Hearts. Wow! I got it in one go. Look at that. Well, of course, that's if you're a magician. I'm not, but I do enjoy looking at the props, and this is a lovely reworking of the Logic spec case. What else? Very, very nice. Here's another bizarre thing which I picked up at the same time, about the year 2002. It's a football, but it's got a base, so it just sits there like that on your desk. And then when you want to have a bit of fun with it, you open it up like this. And this football scenes appear there. Oh, look at that. But then you close it up like this. You push it like that, and you close it so it goes oof like that. And you've got more scenes, and then you close it up like that, and it makes it into a thing rather like a Diabolo, which spins. Extraordinary. Or like an egg cup. And then you have to put it back to it started with, and turn it back, and you're back to how you began. So a great fiddle toy for the office desk. There's so many unexpected things that happen when you turn it inside out. This is more a child's thing, but it's a very, very sweet little inside-out game which transforms from sort of, yes, bear, I suppose, which into what I would think is a yes, this is a panda bear. Look at this. Perfect little panda. Sits in my hand, waiting to be turned inside out back into its mate, its bear. Very nicely done, label and all. What do they call it? Pair pals. Yes, that's right, a pair of pals. And there he's back to a bear again. Well, for a small child, that's heaven, because it's all soft, soft, soft. This is a charming idea. It's like a rocket going up in the air, whoosh. But it's actually a pen, would you believe? When you open it up, it opens up into a pen. Well, that's halfway, and then it closes again to form the pen. Oh, isn't that nice? Will it write? I don't know. It usually does. Sometimes it dries out. Let's have a go. Oh yes, hello. That works very well. And will it click back again? Yes. Just put your fingers in. Click, 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 click. We're back into a nice rocket shape. Beaut. This is something I picked up about 20 years ago from a very nice lady artist from Japan, in a little group they were on a stand at Nuremberg. And it's made bizarrely from little paper rings, white and blue and red. And they have a cord going through from the top to the bottom, and then in between each one is a tiny little white washer, which you can't see, it's embedded, which means there's a tiny separation between each of the layers, each of the little discs, and that makes it wobble and move around in a very charming way. It's a whiskery little feature. She finishes off with whiskers. Let's do it that way because the whiskers will stick up a bit more. That's right. It's very bizarre, isn't it? And she put them in a lovely little box. That's the way the Japanese do. They always finish things up so well. And thereafter, I kept in contact with her for the next 15 years, exchanging Christmas cards. But she was full of ideas all the time, you know, and coming up with bizarre but interesting things that enchanted me. So, a great discovery and a great girl too. Here's another pen which I picked up somewhere along. It's supposed to be in a restaurant where they're serving food, and it pops up. Oh yes, salmon sushi, no less. Isn't that clever? Don't think the point will work, but let's make it disappear again. So just by pushing this up like that, up the sushi appears and it disappears again. What a piece! What a piece! Woof, sushi. Look at this. It's just a black base to it, which revolves. When you put it on the table and give a strong one, it goes on and on and on and on. And there's a spiral racing up and down. It spirals upwards one way, and when you reverse spin it, it descends. And it goes on an astonishingly long time too. I'll leave it going on as I show another one, which is a little fish toy, tiny. I don't think it's any more than just a little toy, this, so it's just that way. And it's actually a fisheye lens. Well, it's a magnifying glass inside there, and it's disguised when this comes down and covers the glass. So a fisheye lens for looking at you, know, just a little magnifier so I can see ears. I've got a large finger there, so it works. And the spirals are still working, you know, getting close to them too. Yes, let's still keep going. We'll let you wish the fish to watch it. Here's a bizarre thing. In America, they always seem to add sweets, candy, to things. This is just an ordinary looking yo-yo, a toy yo-yo. But first of all, you can't yo-yo like this. It's completely out of balance. You have to take the yo-yo off, and then, yes, okay, you can just about do a yo-yo up in the air like this. Woof. Back she comes again, and whoosh. This yo-yo's really quite well, actually. Isn't that fun? And then when you finish with it, you put the yo-yo back on again. The lollipop on top and start licking it when you take the paper off. It's a strange thing of the Americans. They want to have candies on all the toys, which seem so completely unsuitable to have a candy on. But there's an example of one. A yo-yo with a candy on it, a lollipop. And the last one is something I bought so many of because my name is Tim and this is Tim's Toy Shop and that's where I collect his toys. So I put so many things in them, and the latest thing I put in was one of these. Whoa! Yes, just for a bit of fun.